This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping a foot on the what? On the next. We keeping a foot on the what? On the next. And like the Tibetan mastiff that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts his pipes. Now let's talk about it, man. Shaquille O'Neal. His starting five of all time is actually pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually hella starting five. The problem is they're not a starting five, they're actually a starting four. Let me say it again. They're not a starting five, they're actually a starting four. The person that messes the team up is LeBron James. Shaquille O'Neal, you don't need him. You got your starting five as Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson, yourself, and LeBron James. Allen Iverson, although he's a shot chacker, Allen Iverson could get rained the fuck in by MJ 2-3 and KD 2-4. They're gonna ramalang his ass and rain his ass in. I'm not saying that MJ 2-3 and KB 2-4 can't ramalang and rain fucking LeBron James ass in. These are the two true alpha extraordinaires governed by true alpha economics on the fucking basketball team. Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant will have their say when it's all said and done. They will be basically co-captains to the highest degree, the highest order, the highest variation, and the highest facet. But let me tell you who's gonna fuck this team up. It's gonna be LeBron, Ramon, James. Let me say it again. The person that's gonna fuck this team up is going to be LeBron, Ramon, James, because LeBron does not play basketball in a synergistic way that's going to contribute to the benefactor of this team. Jordan and Kobe know how to defer to one another because they both have the same level of greatness. So they know when one is on and clicking on all cylinders, the other one's going to defer. It's called increase and the decrease method. When one increase, the other decrease. And the reason for that is because it's called smart basketball. Remember, these guys have 11 NBA championships amongst themselves. They've done it before. And they would do it with each other without fail and without question. Allen Iverson can play with those guys because Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, they love to play with a guy that can put the ball in the basket. They will feed that guy like nobody's business. AI is that type of guy that they would do it. But AI would be playing more point guard than he would shooting guard because he has those guys. AI wouldn't have to chack up those bad field goal percentages. So AI would actually be a more controlled, and he would be actually a more higher efficient version of himself, playing with the likes of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant because they will steer the ship. Shaquille O'Neal will be dominant because Shaquille O'Neal's game does not interact with theirs. But LeBron is the Achilles heel here. He is the kryptonite because he's a ball fucking stopper. He's a ball isolator. He likes to have the ball in his hands for like fucking 23 seconds and then make the last play at the end. So LeBron is not only going to cripple the team because of his style of play. He never really learned a conducive style of play. He never really learned how to play within a system. LeBron James kind of just does whatever the fuck LeBron James wants to do. So Shaquille O'Neal, I hear you. I understand where you're coming from. But I'm going to make a substitution. The substitution is get LeBron James ass out of there and insert Scottie Pippen. Or get LeBron James ass out of there and insert Tracy McGrady. Or get LeBron James ass out of there and insert Paul Pierce. You want to insert one of these types of guys in there instead of LeBron James because those guys would know how to play and fall their ass up on the Michael Jeffrey Jordan, fall their ass up on the Kobe Bryant, and defer to the highest degree in the highest order. LeBron is the kryptonite. So I get your starting five, but really it's a 4 out of 5. So what I'm saying is the reason why it's not the greatest team ever is because it's a 90% equation. Even with Michael Jeffrey Jordan, even with Kobe being Bryant, LeBron James is that much of a kryptonite that he cripples your fucking team. He's a team obliterator. And he would do everything in his power to ensure that Michael Jeffrey Jordan and Kobe Bryant do not win finals MVPs and they're not successful. That's the other La Cachet or the La Gamut or the La Trump card that you have to think about. No pun intended. Notice I said Trump. But that's the La Trump card that you have to deal with once again. In his most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth teller fashion, LeBron James ain't that dude. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.